welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, this house is so loud. I've got washing machines, I've got main event boxing matches. Let's just hope we can get this done. Welcome back to my channel, and it has been a while since I've posted my last video. In fact, this is the first time in over a month that I've even worn makeup. And as you can see, if you've been following me for a while, I have had my hair done. But this is round 7 of my Project 333. If you've followed this series, you will know that this is based on the Courtney Carver book, Project 333, and it is all about utilizing and decluttering and, I guess, defining my wardrobe. I'm filming this introduction and closure section of this video in July, but I actually filmed the sections that you'll be seeing in a minute inside my wardrobe at the start of June. So I am running a little behind. I also want to preface this by saying this video is probably not as detailed as some of my previous videos in this series specifically, and I think it is because I have come to a bit of a crossroads. I've been filming these videos semi-regularly from June 2023. So we've definitely got over a year's worth of videos at this point. And I do think the way I've currently been doing them is just not getting me really anywhere on the decluttering, the curation of my wardrobe. But we'll discuss that further at the end of this video. But for now, let's jump in to my wardrobe. So this is my cupboard. And just a reminder, if you haven't been watching one of these videos before, the coat hangers that are faced the wrong direction, those are the items of clothing that I have not worn since the last video, which I'll have linked up in the cards. So those are probably the ones I'm definitely not getting usage out of, while the ones that are facing the right direction, they're all items of clothing that I have worn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick run through off camera on these items, and then we'll run through any changes that are happening. So here are 8 items of clothing. There are mostly shorts in here, so 7 of them are pairs of shorts, and then this one Christmas Pokemon shirt. But as you can see, these are all shorts. I've decided to move these out of my cupboard for the time being and put them into, I guess, the seasonal container to bring back out once we hit summer. So those are moving out of the closet, but I am not decluttering them. Then I have these 2 items here that I am going to be decluttering. I have actually worn both of these since the last episode. However, that last wear kind of showed me that these should potentially move along from my collection. This top specifically, although it is really pretty, it is very short, and unless I'm wearing something that is up to here, that tucks in, sits quite high up on my waist, this is not, this is more like a crop top, and that doesn't really suit my style. So I've decided to move this one along. The other one is this outerwear top. It is currently inside out, but it is starting to probably age a little bit. So I'm going to be moving that one along as well. So this is my cupboard now. Not too much of a change, only 5 items decluttered. And I've made the decision that any items that were the wrong direction, the coat hangers are the wrong direction because they haven't been worn, I'm going to keep in here as is and see if I wear them by next update. I am thinking once we get through winter and we're moving into the spring season, I'm going to do a major declutter. Welcome back. So after that, we are now sitting with a cupboard full of 34 tops, 8 pants, 12 jumpers / jackets, 7 skirts, 10 dresses, 4 vests and 2 jumpsuits. So we have a total of 77 items. And I did declutter 5 items. There has been a little bit of a decrease. Last round I had 80 items, though the round before that I had 79. So I am bringing items into my collection, but I guess the decluttering is meaning that they stay around the same amount. I don't have huge increases, I don't have huge decreases. But like I said, I've been doing this series, this curation of my wardrobe since June 2023. And I don't really feel like I'm getting anywhere. And the excitement that I previously had for doing this review every 3 months is actually starting to wane because I'm really not seeing that curation that I wanted to achieve. If you go back and watch the first video I had in this series, I'll have that linked up in the cards in case you're interested. I was really inspired by the book Project 333 by Courtney Carver. The outline of the book, of the project itself, is to have 33 items over 3 months. This is a lot more of a seasonal wardrobe. So at the end of those 3 months going into the new season, you would put some clothes into storage, bring some clothes out. But essentially, you would only have 33 items for those 3 months in your wardrobe. Where I live, our seasons are maybe not as defined as other places. Yes, we have summer where it is really, really hot, and we have winter where it can get quite cold. Both autumn and spring tend to be those seasons where you'll have a really hot day and then a really cold day. So transitioning more into a spring or autumn wardrobe for that transition from cold to hot or hot to cold is not really how it works. It is one extreme to the other, and sometimes that can even happen in one day. So I don't think I personally would like to subscribe to that idea of having items that are necessarily put away. Yes, I don't use my big heavy winter coats, etc. in summer, but I'm also not a huge fan of having to bring items out, put things away. I want to just keep them all in my cupboard. So I would like to get down to a curated wardrobe that fits within my current space and has all the items in it that I need. I'm not necessarily looking to have a wardrobe that only has 33 items in it, but I am looking to have a wardrobe of items I use pretty regularly and I love, and fit within the designated space that I have for them. So with that in mind, going forward, as of next round 8, which will be in September, I do think I'm going to try something a little different. I'm playing with the idea currently that I will select 33 items from all the clothes, from the, for example, 77 items I currently have. I will put them in my cupboard. I'll put the rest to the side, and I will aim to only use those 33 items for those 3 months. If I do need to pull something out from my leftover clothing, that is fine. But I think I want to really see what items I wear within those 3 months and also get an idea of my understanding of my wardrobe. One of my biggest issues, I think, is a fear of missing out, a fear of not having the clothes that I want when I want them. As you're probably aware, I live across 2 different locations, and each time I'm going to my secondary location, I always pack a suitcase. I've been given the advice of potentially just having clothes there and clothes here where I currently am. And my issue with that, as much as it's a good idea and I don't particularly like having to pack every time I go, I'm worried that I don't know what I'm going to want to wear. I also find that issue in packing in general. I don't know what I'm going to want to wear while I'm somewhere. Therefore, I'm constantly moving clothes between locations. That's not necessarily an issue, but when you have 70 to 80 to even 90 items of clothing, that is a lot. And truth be told, I'm not wearing all of those. I'm not utilizing the things I have. And because I do like to purchase new things, mostly from op shops, I do like to bring new stuff into my collection. I don't want to necessarily be like, this is not possible because my collection is getting too large, but I would like to be a bit more realistic on what I'm going to wear and what I'm not going to wear and what works together between items. So that is how I'm considering going with this series going forward. So a bit more of a focus on those 33 items, those specific 33 items I'll pick for said rounds. Then in the next episode, I would discuss what I wore, what I didn't wear. Am I keeping everything? Am I decluttering anything? Have anything got damaged? Have I outgrown anything? Really a deep dive into those 33 items and how I utilize them over said 3 months. Then I would do another lot of 33 items that may consist of some of those items or other items that I've currently going to have stored away. Like I said, my end game is not to necessarily get to 33 items only, but to have less than 50 for sure, and to have enough that fit nicely in my wardrobe and I can easily look through them without it feeling cramped or over congested, or items that then end up getting lost in the washing and I find them ages later and I think, oh, I forgot that I had you. Or I was wondering where you went. I don't want to have those moments anymore. So I would love to hear down in the comments what you think. Is this what you were interested in seeing going forward with this project? Or do you think it is time for me to call it quits in the video content standpoint? Yes, I'll most likely continue doing some type of clothing thing in real life, but are you overseeing this content? I know that my Project 333 videos are not the most watched, so I would like to hear what I could do to make them more intriguing and engaging for you. So please let me know down in the comments all your thoughts and feelings about this project and this form of content. But until next time, I'm Verity. This was round 7, winter 2025 of my Project 333. And now to the outro.